Welcome to the first full week of 2022. We are in for an exciting year and a year of great change and expansion into our purpose and how we communicate and in creating the new world. And this is a really exciting time to be alive, and I'm excited to deliver this forecast to you for the week and talk a little bit about the month energy as well and the sixth energy year. I highly recommend you check out the annual forecast that I posted on my YouTube page, or go into my Love Yourself to Wealth Facebook group for the replays there and find out more about the sixth energy year and your personal year energy, so that you know what your energy is for the year and how that intertwines with the energy of the collective year of the six. And so you'll get a bigger idea of what you're going to be expecting this year and what you're going to want to focus on. But for all of us, we are going to be focusing on our purpose and how we communicate with others, how we come into community. We're going to be focused on family. We're going to be focused on our most intimate relationships and our communities and how we come together. So all of that's going to be a big focus this year. There's lots of other things too, but what I want to really talk about right now this month a lot is our purpose, because this is on highlight, on spotlight this month, because this is the one month of the year where we get all the spades contracts. So this is all about purpose, and the spades actually encompass everything in our lives, because they're the higher spiritual realm. They're the cards that encompass the physical, the emotional, and the mental planes, and the spiritual plane all together at once. So it's a level of mastery when we come into January every year that we're being called into, and it sets the tone for our entire year. And really bringing that spiritual mastery with the heart energy that ends the year every year, and bringing that in together to become conscious creators and to really step away from the focus that our world has been focused on so much for so long, which is the physical world, about how we look, how much money we have, what possessions we have, things that are tangible in the physical world. And also the focus on mental ideas and being able to prove things, and not believing it until you see it, kind of thing. And the spades and the hearts that bookend the year are asking us, no, this is really about feeling our way into a vibrational state to create what we want, to believe it before we can see it. And this 7 energy month that we're having right now in January is asking us for just that. Believe it before you can see it, and then you can have it, and you can create whatever you want. So if you have enough belief, if you have enough devotion, which we'll be focusing on next month. And so for this month, we start this week on a 1 energy day in the 7 month with a Jack of Spades contract. So we're going to feel this pull to express our purpose and create the new world really, really strong. We're coming into alignment with our values, our integrity, and our self-worth. And that's what we're going to be focusing on this month, but we're starting now in this week. This is going to be a big focus. We're feeling it. And if you have been feeling like at a breaking point where I can't do this anymore, I can't live this way anymore, I don't know exactly what I need to change, but I need to change something, this is your moment now to step up and leap into some change, into making some changes this week, because we end the week with a 5 of spades and a 7 energy. And so that's all about going into the unknown, making changes to what we do for a living, our career, and leaping into the unknown, leaping forward, trusting, having the courage, having the faith, having the trust, and knowing that we're worthy and capable of doing it. And even if we don't know exactly what we're going to be doing or how we're going to be doing it, committing to reaching out for some help with that is going to be a big focus for this week. And really making some changes, just deciding, making the choice to change. That's going to be a huge thing this week. And with this Jack of Spades contract and the one energy, you know, we're going to be feeling that desire for new. We're going to be feeling that desire to create something different, to start something new, to, you know, being very curious this week about, wow, what can I do? What could I create? You know, this is all about this energy that we're in. It's about learning how to be more in the flow of life, right? And trusting the flow of life. And so, you know, as we come into more alignment and with our values, our integrity, and our self-worth, our beliefs are starting to change and shift, and our communication style is starting to be overhauled. Our message is going to become clearer. We're going to be letting go of codependent behaviors and stepping more into our sovereignty. And we're beginning this transformational journey of 2022 with some deep inner work. And, you know, we've got Venus in retrograde, Mercury is going to go retrograde in a couple of weeks, and we've already started the shadow period of that Mercury retrograde. So we're being pulled in, and yet we're feeling the call to take action and make decisions this week. And so really in terms of our activities, it'll be different for each one of us depending on how much work you've been doing so far, and you know who you are. So if you're ready to take off and move forward, you'll still be considering, you know, okay, how do I want to do this? What's my message? All of that. But you're going to feel that pull to get out there and start moving. Whereas if you've been in that state of surrender and going, I just can't take this anymore, I have to change something, I have to do something different, I have to speak my truth, I have to figure out what that is, I have to figure out why I'm here and what I'm being called to, because I feel this pull, this call, and yet I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do, because I've spent my entire life following the system, you know, going to school and choosing a career path and going to college and, you know, working a 9 to 5 or whatever you've been doing, it's not working for you anymore. And so you're being pulled really strongly into what's next. And so that's the curiosity that you're being invited to bring in this week, is what's next, and excitement with that, because your whole life and the whole world is about to change really dramatically. And as we keep moving forward, I think it's that moment where we realize there is no going back to the old way. We may be feeling nostalgic. I know I have been feeling the nostalgia today. I'm recording this on Sunday. And I've been feeling the release happening of this 9 energy on Sunday, and the nostalgia, because I am about to move 3,000 miles across the country from California to New York. And so from California to New York. No, I did that already. I'm moving from California to Florida. That was an interesting thing. I'm moving from California to Florida, and, you know, I am embarking on a completely new life. And I've been spending all of 2021 consciously creating that new life. And so if you have been doing something like that, now is the time for everything to start really amping up and moving into physical reality, right? With that 7 energy, and then the 1 coming in this week as well. It's very much about the physical world and seeing things in the physical world. If you haven't been on that journey yet, it's okay. You've been preparing for it to be in this moment now, and your focus is going to be to discover this for yourself. And this is probably going to be a year of discovery and expansion into that, through taking a very straightforward path. Like, it's no messing around anymore, right? It's the 6 is about, like, I always say, the guy at the airport with the lights that, you know, directs the plane into the parking area. Like, that's what I see when I see the 6. I just see this, like, very direct focus. And so So that's what we're being called into this year. And in this month, we're getting started on that right out of the gate. So, so this week we are being called to a higher purpose with a willingness and trust to leap into the unknown. We're pioneering a new world, something none of us has ever done before. And so that's going to require a lot of bravery, a lot of courage, a lot of willingness to believe in ourselves and our big visions. And if you haven't set your new moon intentions yet for this month, do so today. The energy is supporting this. It's supporting all the newness, right? And the leaping forward and the mastery, right? Because the Jack of Spades, he doesn't know everything, but he knows a lot. He's at a new level of initiation of mastery, but he's got all of this experience behind him of all the other suits in the deck and all of the other spades. So he's at a certain level of spiritual mastery that he can use to his advantage. And so this is what we're being called into in this week. And if you, let's talk about the Jack of Spades a little bit more, right? Because this week holds a lot of creative potential. The Jack of Spades is a very creative card. It's actually called the actor card, right? And so a lot of creativity, and it's not just actors, but any sort of creative pursuits or enterprises comes under the Jack of Spades as one of those creative cards, and really one of the highest levels of creativity in the Jack of Spades. And the 6th energy here is also very highly creative. So there's a lot of creative potential this week, and we have the power within and the wisdom within to take that energy, to alchemize that energy to create any outcome that we desire. That's what the Jack of Spades says, right? And to be conscious of channeling that energy into what you want to experience with love and with integrity, and be mindful to practice emotional mastery. When you do that, you can really create some extraordinary things for yourself. So that is the call for the Jack of Spades for Monday, for today, but also it'll be the overall feel for the week, right? And again, with that week ending on the 5 of Spades and the 7 energy, we're really staying into alignment and being in integrity. Use the amped up intuitive knowing of this week and this month to learn to trust yourself, to use discernment at a higher level. We're being called to be super honest with ourselves, to practice emotional maturity, and, be honest with others as well. So if you've been lying to yourself or other people or pretending to be somebody you're not, this is a week where you're going to really look at that. You're going to really be shown where you're out of alignment with it, with that integrity and with your values. And if you have been believing other people's version of the truth instead of discerning what's true for you, you're going to be shown that this week, right? What about the physical world? Is it time to change or release attachment to something there, like career, money, health, relationships? Those will all be under the microscope this week. Really about coming into alignment with that, really coming into the truth and being willing to be honest with yourself and honest with the people in your life, and really thinking about that and being conscious of that, right? Taking it really to heart. Keeping a journal of what themes are rising up for you this week and the next week too, because those are the growth areas that you're going to be experiencing this month. Where with that shadow period of Mercury retrograde, whatever comes up for you in the next 2 weeks is what you're going to work on through that retrograde. So that will be that'll be the big theme for you. And really this retrograde, because it's, the shadow period started right out of the gate on January 1st. This is really setting a tone for the whole year too, in that this is where our communication styles are going to be overhauled, right? How we communicate and relate to one another, and how truthful we can be, and how sovereign we can be in our communications in every way, right? How can we be more loving? How can we be more honest? How can we be more truthful? How can we be more in alignment with our own values and integrity, and not parroting off things that other people have told us is true or to believe, right? It's going to be about all of that. And so so we're seeing this theme come up. This will be the first Mercury retrograde of the year, and being able to really embrace whatever themes are rising up for you around all of these different areas of your life. That's where you want to set your focus on for the month, because those are the things where you can have the areas where you can have the most growth for you this month. And so journaling about that this week and next week, as you're in this period right before the Mercury retrograde starts, will help you do that. And at any time this week and even this month, if you feel like you're getting stuck in fear, doubt, procrastination, move your body. Physical movement for this week in particular, because of the energy that's hallmarking the book ending this week, it's going to be really powerful in order to move that energy. It'll help flow all that creative energy. If you start feeling jittery or restless, move your body, you know, just shake it out, dance, ecstatic dance. Anything like that is really great. You can do, any sort of exercise that you love to do. Any sort of movement will just help you let go of some of that energy, or any of the maybe more negative thought patterns that might be coming in. Moving your head around, shaking your head can be very helpful. All of those things can really help just release some of that, and help you be able to channel that creativity into what you want. And use your tools. Use the tools that you have available to you, that you've been expanding and growing into since last year, and use those to help you navigate these energies that are coming up, so that you can leverage what's available to you, because there's so much available. There's so much growth and potential for change this week. It's phenomenal. Like, I didn't even look this far ahead when I chose to move. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, of course I chose to move during this time. You can't make this up. It's like, it's perfect. And I chose it very intuitively. I was feeling the energy, and it was like, it's time. And I don't know how. This is the other part about this week and this month. You don't need to know the how, and we're not supposed to know the how. The how will be revealed as soon as you make the decision. And I can definitely attest to this, because I had no idea how all of this was going to come together. I didn't know how the money was going to come together, or all of the details that have to come together to move across the country. And I still don't have all of the how. And I'm moving in a week and a half. And it's okay, because I see everything coming together. Like, I'm getting bits and pieces as I need them. And that's all you need to lean into. That's all you need to worry about. If I don't even like the word worry, that's all you need to focus on, is what's the next step. You only need the next step, and maybe the one right after that. You don't need the whole plan. And so this is the invitation for this week as well, is just allow yourself to be in the creative flow of how the universe works, of how the cycles work, right? We're being invited into a new way of living. And so will you step into that trust? Will you step into that growth and expansion that's it's available to you, right? It's on order for you this week. And so will you receive it? That one energy is about giving and receiving. Will you receive it? Will you step up, and will you receive the how as it comes, and trust that The universe will provide you with the information you need when you need it. You don't need to know everything, and you don't need to work everything out. You let go of control. Let go of control and start to flow more. So the Jack of Spades knows how to flow. The Jack of Spades knows how to shape shift, right? That's what I like about the Jack of Spades, right? It's that ability to shape shift and be whatever you need to be in the moment, and not in a way that, and this is the, part about the Jack that when it's mastered, when this contract is mastered, can be so freaking powerful. And to, make sure that you're in integrity as you shapeshift, and, that you're shapeshifting for heart-centered reasons and motivations, and that you stay in integrity and alignment with your values and the truth of who you are. And in order to do that, you have to know who you are. So on that note, I would like to invite you this week, if you are wanting assistance with this, if you are feeling this pull, if you are at this breaking point where you can't stand it anymore that we were talking about, if you are wanting to discover who you are, what you want, why you want it, and how to create it, how you can be the Jack of Spades or even the King of Spades, right? How you can be more fully you, how you can really master your life and your health, your relationships, your purpose, and your money, all of the things, right? If you're wanting to expand in any or all of those areas, I invite you to join us in the Brain Game. We are starting on the 12th, on Wednesday the 12th, and we will be embarking on a 10-week amazingly transformational journey of discovering all of these things and moving into them. So by the time you finish your 10-week journey, you're actually doing the things. You're actually starting to live the life. You're actually creating what you want. You're not just learning some things and, another program that I'm going to take and then forget about and never apply. No, you're going to be applying it each week as we go through. You're going to be doing the things, and the transformations that happen with my clients when we go through this is just freaking amazing. Like, it brings tears to my eyes when I think about it. People recovering health from serious chronic illnesses, people, starting to step into their purpose, discovering what it is. Like, oh my God, I'm here to write a book. Wow. Okay. And then, they start feeling like confidence in that and moving into it. Or, wow, I'm here to actually do energy work and help people. Like, whatever it is, right? You will find what your truth is. And it's not about me telling you what it is. You will discover it for yourself through this process. You will learn about yourself so deeply and learn to love yourself in a way you never have before, because you'll start to really understand yourself. You're going to understand really what those values are. If you can't name your top 3 values right now, then you need this program. If you are caught up in resentments and unforgiveness, you need this program. If you are feeling so pulled by a strong desire in yourself and you just don't know how to navigate it, you need this program. So I highly recommend and invite you into the Brain Game. If you'd like more information, I will put a link to have a chat with me so that you can find out if the Brain Game is right for you. We can even go through a little bit of your numerology, do a quick mini reading to see, where you are in your life, in your cycle, in your purpose, in what your purpose is, and help you, kind of get a little bit of insight into that to kind of quell that anxiety that might be rising up for many of you right now about, I just need a change and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. This is going to help you. This is the way. I have personally come through so much. I went from being homeless took the brain game to ending the year in 2019 with a 6-figure income for the first time in my life. And that was just part of it. My health, which was horrible. I mean, I was chronically ill. I was very, very sick with RA, fibromyalgia, MS, a lot of other conditions. I had anxiety, PTSD, OCD, depression, all of the stuff, right? Just so many things. My health is completely transformed as a result of this work. So, and so many of my clients as well. So I can't tell you enough how powerful this program is, but you won't really know until you choose to value yourself, to take the leap, and to do it, and to just say yes. And this Jack of Spades and the one, this initiation energy is saying, say yes. So say yes to yourself this week. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to moving higher, to expanding, to going into the unknown, to your spiritual growth and journey. And join us in the brain game. We'd love to have you. And like I said, I'll put a link so you can have a quick chat with me. And there's also information on my link tree that you can link into that will give you kind of an overview of how the brain game works. But really, it'll be really beneficial to you to have a quick convo with me just to make sure that this is the right timing for you, and that this is the right path for you right now. And if it's not, I'll let you know. And I'll give you other free resources that you can tap into in the meantime, or, you know, whatever is feeling intuitively right for you. And so there's no obligation for having a conversation, but it is a really powerful experience. And it's why I decided to teach it, because it changed my life so much. And I want to help other people change their lives too. So have a wonderful week, and I will connect with you again in a week, and we'll talk about what's next for 2022. It was great to be here, and I will see you guys again soon. Love you. Bye-bye.